Our next speaker this morning is a friend, an activist, Omar Haramy. Omar is a combination of identities: Arab, Palestinian, Jerusalemite, Greek Orthodox, and Christian. Since 2017, Omar has served as the director of Sabil, the Center of Palestinian Liberation Theology. Sabil is an ecumenical grassroots liberation theology movement among Palestinians to deepen the faith of Palestinian Christians, promote unity and among them, and lead them to act for justice and peace. Omar also serves on the Kairos Palestine Steering Committee. Omar has been a conversation partner with Community Renewal Society in our work to think about how we engage in these moments where attention to global struggle is necessary. So we want to welcome Omar with given where Omar is located in the heart of a current struggle. Omar's piece is pre-recorded, and if he's able to join, we'll have him share a little bit, but we want to share with you what he has recorded for us as we connect Dr. King's words and life to not just our struggles in Chicago, Illinois, and the United States, but to global realities and global atrocities. Brother Omar.
In Palestine, we have mixed feelings when it comes to Martin Luther King. For many of us Palestinians, or centers or movements that support and engage in nonviolent resistance, we have great respect for Martin Luther King. We have his photo or a photo of him hanging on one of the walls of our centers, usually in the main meeting hall. He is a symbol of resistance, a symbol of justice, and a symbol of freedom and liberation. On the other hand, we also, as Palestinians, encounter quotes and writings of Martin Luther King used in justifying or supporting Zionism. We don't know why Martin Luther King endorsed or harbored ideologies that have supported or support Zionism. It could be the misinformation in the media in the West. It could be the way that he and many Christians, sadly, have read the Bible in a way that sees or portrays Israel as a fulfillment of prophecy in a very simplified way. Or it could be the connections between the Exodus story with Black theology, Christian theology, or the similarities with the Zionist movement. We are also realistic people. We understand that we shouldn't have expectations that everybody is perfect and everybody is a utopian individual and is 100% proof of doing mistakes. Regardless of his positions in justifying Zionism or his positions in supporting the Palestinian cause, we just want to say that we have great respect for Martin Luther King for a number of reasons. First, because he was a good guy. We had the privilege to meet people who personally knew him, and they said that Martin Luther King was a good guy, was a genuine person who stood for justice and peace. And if he knew what we know, we would be certain that he would have certain positions that would defend Palestinian rights. His positions and his ideologies were shifting as more he was exposed to the Palestinian narrative. Second, he is a symbol of the movement in the US for defending civil rights. We are also part of the movement. We respect the movement. If the movement decided to use Martin Luther King as their symbol and as a key figure, we will respect Martin Luther King, regardless of his positions on Palestine and Zionism, because we respect the movement and the cause that the people are fighting for. Martin Luther King is also difficult to argue with because he is a person who walked the walk, not only talked the talk. People who are willing to sacrifice their lives and to walk in the valley of death, knowing that they have the courage and are 100% comfortable in paying the price for standing for their rights, are people to be respected. And we respect Martin Luther King for that case. Lastly, but not least, I would say that Martin Luther King was similar to us. I can identify with him. He was not a person who was seeking approval rates. He was not seeking to be in line with ethical values of his oppressors or of others around the world. He was genuinely interested in the liberation of his movement. We as Palestinians support and engage and love everyone around the world who stand for the rights of the oppressed people, who are willing to walk the walk and defend the rights of the people on the margins. We hope that we can continue to build bridges among our different communities and to help each other to understand that our struggle is one. Our struggle is not against flesh or a specific group of people. It is against the structures of evil and empire.